Today's episode of SadLadySica is rated at least like 14 plus due to cussing, depictions of drugs, references to the time I made out with some of your moms, and other stuff too, maybe.
Have you ever wondered why the cafe in Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is called Tomoria? Sorry, what's that? You haven't? Oh, yikes. I guess no one told you. You're actually no longer allowed to have your own thoughts. And I'm here to tell you that, actually, you have wondered why the cafe is called Tomoria, and you've wondered if a beautiful, smart, funny, cool, kind-hearted, incredible, beautiful, humble YouTuber would make a video about this topic. Unfortunately, none of them have, so you're stuck with me instead. Before talking about Tomoria in the new game, it's probably worth examining the cafe from the 3DS game. In that game, it was usually just referred to as Café, but it did have some text on the building implying it had a more specific name. In all versions of the game, when you're looking at the building from the island map, there's this blurry little logo you can barely make out on the front of the cafe. But thanks to the good people at the Models Resource, and more specifically, Centriques the Dodo, we can actually see exactly what it says. And we can see that it says Tobakaido. After some less than thorough searching online, I found this Tumblr post from someone named Megume Wakame, and I also found a Yahoo Japan Answers thread that both seem to think the reference here is to the Tobakaido station in Kyoto, which makes sense considering, as these sources explain, that's right next to the Nintendo office in Kyoto. So there you go. This video actually has 2 cafe name explanations for the price of fun. Right. Since all of you are certified Tomodachi Life freaks, I'm sure you've seen Plastic Knight's Tomodachi Life regional difference video, as it's usually part of the initiation process of Tomodachi Life freakdom. But if you have not, in that video he shows off just how different all of the localizations for Tomodachi Life on the 3DS ended up being. As such, it might not surprise you to find that the cafe itself was localized differently between the various regions. So even though they all technically say Tobakaido on the outside, the game just pretends you didn't notice that and has some text on the inside that it wants you to think is the actual name of the cafe. In the American and PAL versions of the game, the interior says Redfort, with this being a portmanteau of Redmond and Frankfurt, which is a reference to the fact that Nintendo of America's headquarters is in Redmond, Washington, and Nintendo of Europe's headquarters is in Frankfurt, Germany. When I figured this out on my own, I felt so smart. Oh wow, she's incredible. Wow, how'd she figure that out? But then I realized that I'm not the first person to figure it out, which doesn't really surprise me. I mean, it's not that hard, and also, this game's been out for a million years. But then I remembered that I had fun figuring it out, and that's all that matters. The Models Resource also has this version of the cafe ripped on its website, thanks to the efforts of Misty. So you can see that the word Redfort appears on pretty much every surface here, from the windows to the door to some posters. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this cafe is named Redfort. That said, the name Redfort does appear in other parts of the game, so maybe the cafe just happens to be referencing that name, but the cafe is not supposed to be named that, but I don't think that really makes sense. I also don't have footage of the name Redfort showing up in the game aside from this, so who cares? And then the Japanese game still says Tobakaido on its interior of the cafe. Going back to the Switch game, it seems like they're reflecting the new localization style Nintendo has been adopting as of late. Now that games are getting simultaneous global releases and Nintendo realized that gamers are freaks, they're letting the Japanese stuff hang out alongside the other cultural norms in these games. Take for instance Setsubun in Animal Crossing. It used to be Japanese exclusive, with Nintendo probably rightfully thinking, what the hell kind of American kid knows what Setsubun is? Get that out of there. But then in New Horizons they were like, whatever, let the Americans throw beans at those ogres. What's the worst that could happen? And of course, the worst that could happen is that they grow up to be me. But since we seem to be living in this new era of localization, the cafe actually has the same name in all 3 regions now, that being Tomoria. That said, I've been lying to you. It's actually not a cafe. In every single direct, they call it a restaurant. Even though the vibes of it are pretty much the exact same as the 3DS cafe, it's a restaurant now. Maybe they wanted it to have more than just cafe food, even though the only time you get to see the interior of it, you see 2 Miis on a date, and they've got a parfait and a coffee, which to me seems like a cafe. But then there's this menu here, and if you look at that, it's got like some pasta with tomato sauce or maybe some omurice, so I guess maybe it is a restaurant. But speaking of pasta with tomato sauce, that brings us back to where we started this whole journey. Why is it called Tomoria? I believe it's almost certainly a reference to the Japanese family restaurant Saizeriya. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of myself going to a Saizeriya, so I've had to make do with this TV documentary footage in the background. That said, if you were to give me $3,000, I would instantly fly to Japan, get my own footage, and remake this entire video. And that's a campaign promise. But Saizeriya, from my online osmosis, is just an inexpensive restaurant where you can get mediocre Italian-style food and then also hang out with your buddies. Like, look at this. You can pay 200 yen and drink as much melon soda as you want. God, I wish I were in Japan drinking as much melon soda as I want for only 200 yen. Because let me tell you, that'd be a lot of melon soda. While we're here on the menu, look at these really cute illustrations. So good. Look at this disgusting chicken. They want you to pair this with a bottle of wine. Look at how slimy it is. But in its defense, it's only 280 yen, so you gotta order it. I like how they're not even pretending to make their own bechamel. That's so good. Yeah, our white sauce is made in a factory in Australia, but you can get a whole ass corn pizza for 400 yen. So what are you gonna do about it? Now that we've had our fun with the menu, we should probably look at the logos, because that'll really show you why Saizeriya and Tomoria are so similar. I've done my best to recreate the Tomoria logo with my own skills, of which I have none, so it's not like a perfect one-to-one match, and also the color might be off because there's lighting in this game, but it should give you a general idea of what it looks like. As you can see, both logos have the name of the restaurant written in red, and then the font looks somewhat similar. Then they both have a line underscoring the titles of both restaurants, and then the first letter is larger than the rest of the name on both logos. And then here, the smoking gun, in addition to the font being red, they both also have a green accent around it. On the Tomoria logo, there's definitely some text in this green bar, but given the footage, it's impossible to make out. It looks like this text is probably about 3 words long, but I don't think you could figure anything else out. The decor is also a little Saizeriya coded, but you know, most cafes have this similar look of the booth and then the menus in this little basket, but the color scheme's sort of similar. Looking at the awnings, they sort of look a little bit more like Jonathan's to me, but the color scheme brings it back to Saizeriya. Also, Saizeriya doesn't have parfaits on its menu, at least not at this moment in time, but places like Jonathan's and Bikuri Donki do. So it's definitely taking inspiration from like cafes and general restaurant chains in Japan rather than just taking from Saizeriya, but IMO, Saizeriya is the main inspiration. It's unfortunate that most of you are probably learning all of this for the first time by watching this video. In an ideal world, this reference would have come naturally to you, which is sort of the purpose of localization. Which is why I have a proposal for you, Nintendo. I know the game is supposed to come out in 1 month, so maybe we'll have to wait and do this for the next game. Or you know, you could delay living the dream. I don't think anyone would mind. And once you hear this idea, I think you might be thinking the same thing. You're definitely going to want to tell your boss about this one. That's all I know. Picture this in your mind. We've got a really nice diner. It never closes. It's an American legacy. It has incredible theming and branding. I'm sure we're all thinking the same thing here. Denny's. And now let's just append a few letters onto that, and then we have Tomo Denny's. Get it? Tomodachi Life, Tomo Denny's. Now that's a grand slam. Plus, then you could get the Denny's social media team on board, and that would really tie it all together. Are they still around? Are they on co-host yet? Now you might be thinking, SadLadySica, my favorite YouTuber. Isn't that a little too close to just naming the restaurant in-game to Denny's? To which I would say, I mean, Tomoria and Saizeriya weren't exactly leaving much up to the imagination, but sure, maybe you have a point. I'll go ahead and get legal on it just in case. And then a certain contingency of you might be saying, so then would we have Tomo Denny's in North America, but then Japan would keep Tomoria? But this is where you stumbled, because this is what brings it all together. Japan loves Denny's too. Maybe even more than America, to be honest. So then we can just reuse the name for both regions. As for the PAL game, I don't know, I guess they can just keep Tomoria. Okay, it's time to respond to YouTube comments, my favorite activity in the entire world. This one looks good. This user asks, when are you going to get a pop filter? Wow, thank you for that really great question. The answer is... apparently right now. Unfortunately, I'd already recorded the voiceover for the last segment, and then I'd already edited like half of it when my pop filter showed up. So we just have to deal with that one not having a pop filter. I also thought about not using a pop filter for the rest of this video, but then that felt silly. Like, it's already here. I should go ahead and use it. So here we are. I'm using it. All right, back to your regularly... Okay, back to reality, back to the next segment, back to whatever's next. If you watched my analysis video, you might remember this part where I talked about this screenshot on the Japanese website, and I talked about event clothes, and I said that was really the only interesting part. Well, some of you might have been thinking, what's going on in the rest of this screenshot? Are you sure there's nothing interesting going on here? And I'm here to say, I don't know, maybe. There's also a chance that you've already seen all of this stuff translated somewhere else on the internet, but I think it's important to look at this through the context with which it was presented when we're doing our analysis, rather than making sweeping assumptions based on basic translations. So I'll quickly go over the rest of this screenshot for your analytical pleasure. So the first thing to note is that we know that this is the view you get when sending out a me rather than perhaps what you would see when you're receiving one, because the bottom of the screen says send, and if that weren't enough proof, there's also a video version of this on the Japanese website where you can see that someone is selecting Marie to go to another person's Switch. Speaking of that video version, there's actually some extra information there that I wasn't aware of. In the video, they show what it's like to send off a custom item to another player, and you can see the categories of what you can send. Most of it's probably what you would expect and/or things that were shown off in the direct, like food and clothes and buildings and tiles, but there's a couple of ambiguous options. First, there's this pile of perfectly generic objects, which I'm assuming is maybe for outdoor decorations, but who knows. And then there's a little wind-up car that's probably miscellaneous things, and this is probably where that PNG dog pet will show up. But back to the part about sharing me's. In the top left, you have the island name, which I promise I'll explain the pun one day, but that day is not today. And then there's the author name, which shows who made the me. In this instance, it says Marie was created by Kanrinin-san, which, as pointed out by a couple people in my comments, is what Marie referred to the player as when she was first created, and so did Rico later on in the direct. As such, these people in my comments came to the conclusion that the person playing the game named themselves Kanrinin-san, and thus Marie was reacting to that fact. But upon reading their comments, I didn't think the logic was totally sound, because if you were to look at it another way, you can imagine a world in which Nintendo needed to give the player a name for the sake of this screenshot/video, so they just went with the name that the Mii's used for the player, and then I went on with my life thinking that they were wrong, and I was right, and I'm better than everyone. But then one day, while I was getting out of the shower, it got dislodged from my brain, and I thought about it a little bit more, and I realized those people are probably right. Good job. Marie likely is saying Kanrinin-san because that is the player name. And the thing that likely proves this is a lack of furigana above this kanji. So furigana is just something that gets used in Japanese sometimes in conjunction with kanji, so that people who don't know Japanese very well, like babies and me, can read a word without having to know the exact kanji. You'll learn more about this once we get to Japanese 201, but for now the important thing to note is where it is and isn't used. Not on this screen where they're sharing Marie because there's a lot of missing furigana, but when Marie is first introducing herself to the player, you can see that the Haji in Hajimemashite has furigana, but Kanrinin-san does not, which could be a stylistic choice. According to Jisho, the internet's premier Japanese dictionary, the kanji for Haji isn't taught until grade 4, but then a few seconds later you see that Kyo has furigana. Kyo is a very easy kanji. Even babies and people like me know how to read Kyo. So if Kyo has furigana and the game were using the word Kanrinin-san, one would assume that Kanrinin-san would have furigana as well. So what this means to me is that yes, indeed, Kanrinin-san is probably the name the player chose for themselves. Yahoo! It is sort of weird that it's not orange like Marie's name, but I don't know, I guess the player name just isn't orange for some reason. すみません。I don't know how this will work for people who want to use their real name and then also have a me of themselves on the island. I guess it's just something they'll have to deal with. Maybe that's why the player name isn't in orange, but whatever. Going back to the screenshot that started this, you can see that the island name and the author name are in their own distinct section, which to me makes it seem like whoever you're sending your me to cannot change these facts, but they might be able to change the other details of your me, which is probably fine in most cases. But I can think of one reason why you might want to change the author name of a me, but oh well. In the 3DS game, at least for Mii's you created yourself, you could change the author name as much as you wanted, and I guess the reason for that in the first place is that people might have been sharing the game with their siblings or friends or what have you. The Switch game might just default to always using the player name since you can hopefully have different save files between user profiles. I also don't know how it works for Mii's you receive from other players on the 3DS game because I've never received any Mii's from anybody else, but you might not be able to change the author name in that case if I had to guess. But now that we've spent 5 minutes talking about the author name, I can now go over the rest of the screenshot. The first bit of Marie's information that's being shared is her name. I've seen some people say that this specific screenshot, in the way that it just says name and has Marie, means that last names are gone. And again, if you'll let me be of the devil's advocate for a minute, this might not necessarily indicate that. There's a small chance that since what we're seeing is you sending out a Mii, Nintendo doesn't want you to share your Mii's last names with the person you're sending it to. And then to corroborate that a bit, the kanji that's used here, namae, can mean name in general, or it can specifically be first name. And that's how it was used in the 3DS game. But then going back to reality, it is true that in the American Direct, Hugh Morris was referred to by his full legal name every time he was mentioned. So that likely indicates that there is indeed no longer a slot for first and last names, but I don't think this screenshot is enough evidence on its own. Okay, I was trying to do a little more research by going back and watching the Japanese Direct, and now I'm more confused than ever. So in that Direct, they've got Carlo, just like the American Direct, but when he's introduced, they call him Carlo Sensei, and then when Marie talks about him, she calls him Carlo Sensei every single time, and then it's orange, like that's his name. But then later, the alien talks about him and calls him Karurochi, which is an honorific that I don't really understand and we don't have to get into. But this is probably just like a little quirk from the alien, or maybe the alien is just enamored with Carlo and happens to call him Karurochi. But the important thing here is that it's in orange, and you can also see that Carlo calls Marie-san, and it's in orange, even though her name is canonically just Marie. That's something that we actually do know for sure. So then you might be thinking that characters can use different honorifics with each other, and that's just like normal. But then why is the default for Carlo Sensei? Where did that come from? You'd think it would show up on this screenshot where you share Mii's, but I guess not. This honorific system is fascinating to me. I might have to look into it once the full game comes out, because I don't get it from what we've seen here. So who knows how names work, but next is birthday. And for some reason there's just question marks here. Maybe you can't send out your Mii's birthday or age to other players, but what I think is more likely is that they just didn't choose a birthday for Marie, which was something you could do in the 3DS game. And the reason for that is they probably didn't want to accidentally dox anybody in Japan. Like, let's say they just chose a random birthday of like March 13th, and then the age said 31, and then someone in Japan named Marie goes to the website and is like, hey, that's my birthday, and that's my age, and it says Marie, and then she ends up on the local news. Nintendo probably didn't want that. Marie is an adult. Gender. This section correlates to dating preferences in the English directs. The thing of note here is that in Japan, you can very easily cram in men, women, and non-binary with little issue because kanji can make things efficient. So for the English games, I'm curious how they're going to fit it all in if a Mii is attracted to all three. They could use the male and female symbol to save space, but then what would they do for non-binary? As much as Nintendo is explicitly using the term non-binary, I don't believe in my heart that they're going to use the trans symbol. If they do, I'll go out and eat an entire ice cream cone. But it's also possible that there's just enough space for all three even if they were fully written out, so only time will tell. Event clothes was covered in our last class, but if for some reason you weren't able to attend, this is presumably just a way to choose what kind of clothes a Mii wears to events, like weddings. It's sort of weird that this has its own section on this page, but you can see that Marie is using a custom voice instead of one of these simple, basic defaults. Now this part is really interesting. I assumed this was already a thing in at least one of the past games, but this is actually a new feature for the Switch game, at least in Japan. There you can select what personal pronoun your character uses. Personal pronouns in Japan sort of fascinate me in general, so I might have to analyze this further once the game comes out. The game will likely either have a list you can choose from, or just let you type in whatever you want. Here Marie is using the very basic watashi, and she's using it in hiragana. Quickly scanning the Japanese Direct, you can see that most other characters also just use watashi, but Hina, my goat, uses atashi, the best Japanese personal pronoun. And then Carlo uses watashi, but it's spelled using katakana, which is what makes me think that you can just type it in yourself. This entire box will likely just not exist in the American or PAL games, so I hope you enjoyed seeing it while you can. And then the final box is just for a Mii's personality. Even as I edit this video, I'm finding new things within this screenshot. So I just assumed that the color of this box showing all of Marie's information was pink just because it's pink for everyone. But after overlaying that footage of her getting her personality assigned, I'm coming to the conclusion that this might be pink because that's Marie's personality defined color. So that's cool, I guess. One slightly interesting omission is that of blood type, which wasn't in the American or PAL versions of the 3DS game, but was present and inherent to the Japanese game. Again, just because something isn't on this screenshot doesn't mean it's not in the game, but it seems to me like that would be something that would be on the screenshot if it were still in the game. And I could see it being gone just so they didn't have to worry about programming it into the Japanese version and then just get rid of it for some of the other versions, especially since we're living in this time of global releases, but who's to say? So there you have it. For your viewing pleasure, here's an approximation of what this screen might look like in English with Angie. I hope you enjoyed learning something today, even if you didn't. Alright, see you tomorrow, class. As is customary for every week, it's time to read some fan mail. This one comes to me from Magda Kanzatica, who lives in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. She asks, "Why are you so bad at counting?" Probably the way I was raised, if I had to guess, but I have no idea what this is in reference. Oh, okay. Apparently there's a tape included with the question. Maybe that'll give us some more context.
It's sort of hard to compare the 3DS game since it only had combined hair options, but in that game there were only 66.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that's really bad. At least I only did it once, and the 3DS game had 30 eye options. Okay, so when I was counting some of the options in the 3DS game, I somehow tricked myself into thinking there were only 6 options per page, when there were very clearly 12 options per page, which obviously messed up my math. Amazingly, only a couple people pointed this out in the comments. You guys gotta stop telling me how much you like my video and start yelling at me to get better at counting. You can also feel free to stop explaining Yumi and Island to me. If you can believe it, after 100 people explain it to you, you start to figure it out. I didn't mess up all of the 3DS counts, but I messed up more than I would have liked. So here's a little infographic showing all of the correct counts. First, I'm going to say the number of options that I calculated for the Switch game for any given category. Then I'll say the number for the 3DS game. For face shapes, it's 16 versus 12. For hair sets, it's maybe like 205 versus 132. For eyebrows, maybe 45 versus 24. For eyes, maybe 80 versus 60. For noses, maybe 35 versus 18. For mouths, maybe 55 versus 36. For glasses, it's 19 versus 5. Sunglasses, 38 versus 3. For a more detailed look at the number of options, feel free to go back to my original analysis. Just ignore my 3DS counts for hair, eyes, and noses. Apologies to Magda Kanzatica, and apologies to you all. Some of you might be wondering, hey, SadLadySica, did you notice anything in that cool new Pokemon trailer? But the problem with analyzing a Pokemon trailer in general is that, as much as I am a freak, and somewhat of a Pokemon freak, Pokemon fans are just preternaturally destined to be mega freaks. And unfortunately, my last name isn't Merrick, so just about anything I could notice has likely already been analyzed. And then also, there was a leak a little while back that makes analyzing way less fun since there's an answer key, but I'll slice you off a couple of things to look at. There's this one little shot where you can see some clouds moving in the sky, but then there's a dark cloud that doesn't move. It sort of looks like a Pokemon, but not like any Pokemon I've ever seen. I wondered if maybe it could be like a reference to a potential legendary Pokemon, but then I thought maybe there'd be one in the water to like complement the sky and the water, but I didn't see that, so who knows what's going on. And then something you should always do when a Pokemon game gets revealed is look at the Japanese logo. In the part that says Poketo Monster, they usually give a hint at what the game's gimmick is going to be. Like in the initial Scarlet and Violet trailer, you can see that there's something resembling a Terra symbol here in the middle. But again, there's not much point in postulating here when the exact meaning of this logo can be accrued by looking at that leak. Maybe one day there will be a trailer unfettered by leaks that'll be worth analyzing, but for now, I must leave you. Oh, that's interesting. Someone just threw a brick through my window, and it's got a little piece of paper attached to it. The piece of paper says, "Did you change your username?" Nope. This channel has always been named SadLadySica, and anyone saying otherwise is lying to you. But yeah, no, I did change it. As I said in that analysis video, I'm just too old for the name Sad Girl Sicca. I'm a hag now. I needed something a little more mature and erudite. If you see someone named Sad Girl Sicca on YouTube with a Homestuck fan troll profile picture, you're gonna think she's like 16. But you see SadLadySica with the same profile picture, and you're gonna think she's damn near 50, which is way better. The name suggestion came from this user with a clippy Trollsona profile picture, which is so cool. Love that in the lore of this channel, the name got dictated by Troll Clippy. That's incredible. I probably could have gotten there myself eventually, considering how simple the change is, but instead, Troll Clippy. Also, what do you mean Microsoft Word doesn't have Clippy in their default dictionary? Buddy, that's your son! Then I also went ahead and updated the profile picture. It looks a little weird to me, but so did the previous one, so maybe it's fine. Also, I've been hearing rumblings of Reductress employees plotting against me outside my window, planning to hit me with a cease and desist the next time I go outside. So this might not be the profile picture for forever, but I'll do my best to never go outside just in case. So there you have it. We're now living in the era of SadLadySica, and I hope you're able to acclimate to this difficult change. So what is Homestuck? So Homestuck is a webcomic. Two things to point out really fast. First is the video game that appears in the first segment of this video and then a few times throughout is Celestial Hacker Girl Jessica. I tried to mention this in the last video, but I still got people asking about it in the comments, so I figured I should do a better job of explaining what the game is. So here it is, it's Celestial Hacker Girl Jessica. Available now on Steam for less than $3 in your local currency maybe. Also, if you bought the Racial Justice Bundle from Itch back in 2020, Celestial Hacker Girl Jessica was included in there, so you might already have access to this game. All that said, much like you don't have to be gay to enjoy the content on this channel, you don't have to play Celestial Hacker Girl Jessica, nor do you even have to buy it. Unless you make more than $100,000 per year, and then you actually do have to buy it. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Really, the only reason I brought up Plastic Knight earlier is because I wanted to say he also did an analysis video of the most recent direct, and he's the Tomodachi Life guy, but somehow it only has a criminal 3,000 views. So if you enjoyed my video and wanted some more analysis, I think you should check it out. The Gherkin hypothesis is going to kick your ass. In a good way. Speaking of analysis videos, you know when you accidentally explode your cousin's PlayStation 2 and your body seizes up and you feel like you must be dreaming because something this horrible can't be real? I'm not used to experiencing that for the opposite reason. I still genuinely cannot believe that people actually watched the analysis video I made and so many people enjoyed it. Every time I look at the view count, I think, okay, yeah, it's over. It's fun. I had my time in the sun. But it just keeps going up. It doesn't go down, apparently. And that's so scary. The only other time I've gotten any sizable number of views on a video was when I was 13. I made a video that got like 20,000 views and every comment was about how it was the worst thing they'd ever watched. So having the comments be so agonizingly kind this time sort of blew my mind. There were so many kind and heartfelt messages talking about how much they appreciated the existence of the video, which I really appreciated, so thank you. I especially liked all of the comments that were like, I showed this video to my Komaeda action figure and I swear it made him cry. Those made me go, hell yeah, that's what this is all about. And there were honestly only a handful of annoying comments in comparison. That said, here's a little public service announcement. To anyone who said they loved me in the comments of that video, you're wrong, you don't know me, which is a good thing, but as such, you cannot love me. I'm a cartoon character on your screen and we should not be able to interact. Unfortunately, we can though, so we gotta be careful. If you were looking for alternative compliments, it is true that you can love my editing or the video or even the channel itself, but you cannot love me. But even worse than that is people saying they were in love with me. No. Absolutely not. First of all, for some of you, I'm old enough to be your mom. And in some cases, if the mom you've got right now wistfully swirls a glass of Diet Dr. Pepper each night whilst reminiscing about a woman with gray skin and horns, or a freak with a lavender outline that she let get away, I very well might be your mom. Either way, you cannot be in love with me. Go have a crush on the boat from Steamboat Willie like a normal kid. I'm not mad at those comments though, despite the overwhelming evidence to the contrary, considering how normal and well-adjusted I am now. I was a weird kid once too. I definitely would have told some YouTuber to their face, I love you, so I can't blame you. This is just a PSA that it's weird when you do it in my comments, and it's weird when you do it in anybody's comments. Also, some people are saying, wow, I love this video, I wish there was more. And there is one more video on this channel that you might not have watched. Some people did go back and watch it, which I appreciate. It's about Pikmin and touching grass, and you might say, oh, I'm not really into Pikmin or touching grass, but I'm here to tell you that the video is less about Pikmin, and it's more of an exploration of what it means to create art, or weird videos, whichever way you want to think about it. I'll let you figure out if that's a joke or not by watching the video. All I can say is,
you're gonna love it. In fact, I think you're gonna see it twice.
This video took me too long to make for a number of reasons, but one very specific reason is my computer, and maybe even specifically Windows, have been pissing me off. There was a Windows update, even though I'm using Windows 10, and it should be just getting security updates, but for some reason there was an update, and I'm pretty sure it messed up my USB hub, so now when I move my mouse sometimes, every USB accessory I have connected to my computer just disconnects and reconnects, and it's the most infuriating thing in the entire world, and every time it happened, I got a little more evil. So if you didn't like any of the jokes I made in this video, like the part where I said I was your mom, it's simply because I got evil because of my computer. But then every time someone said something nice in the comments, I did get a little less evil. So I'm still mostly a little nice. Mostly. But all of this is to say that the creature in my ear that keeps telling me to install Linux might actually be about to win. There's not that many people with my sensibilities, maybe like 1 to 3 on YouTube making Linux videos, so I figured why not throw my hat in the ring if this goes to plan. So you might see a Linux video in the near future, which I'm sure most of the people who subscribe to see me talk about Nintendo games are gonna love. As for other future videos, I have like a whole list of things that I've wanted to do for a while. Who knows if any of them will happen, but for those of you who are fans of the video game Tomodachi Life, which I think is maybe 10 of you, as soon as I uploaded that analysis video, the idea for a follow-up to that instantly implanted itself in my brain even before people started watching it. Unfortunately, that'll require me to play the game at least for like a week, maybe 2, so that video probably won't go up until like May. And then like I was saying, a look into the honorific/pronoun system in the Japanese version might also need to occur. And then I have one other idea that I think would be really funny, but it requires me to read a book. Ugh, who reads anymore? But maybe I'll do it. And then also, I almost went on a Danganronpa tangent in this video, but I was like, you know what, that could probably be its own video. So maybe there'll be a Danganronpa video, only time will tell. Alright, see you when I see you.